Alright, good day to you everyone. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 WAEC 2023 mathematics likely questions and their appropriate solutions. Sit back and watch this video from the beginning to the end. Also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that the subsequent video like this that will come up, you will have access to it easily. You'll be among the first set of people to have it. And also share this video with students that you know around you that are preparing for their WAEC 2023. Please share with them. Okay, let's take a look at these questions as they are stated on the board. Let's start with question number 1. Question number 1, we have to find the values of y for which this expression, that is, this given expression, is undefined. Now, what can make an expression that is fraction, that is in form of fraction, what can make it to be undefined? The only thing that can make it to be undefined is that the denominator part is equal to 0. And what can you do to this denominator part to make for it to be equal to 0? Don't forget, this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic expression rather. What you can do to it to find the value of y for which this expression will be, this denominator part will be equal to 0. This part, okay, will be equal to 0. Therefore, what you need to do is to go straight and factorize this expression, factorize it, then you have the value of y for which the whole expression will be undefined. Now let's put something down now. Solution. So you have solution, okay? Solution number 1. Let's bring the denominator part down. So we have to deal with the denominator part and we will get our answer. So you have y squared plus 4y minus 21. That's the expression. You will equate it to 0. Just equate it to 0. Then look for the factors of minus 21 or negative 21 that when added together will give you positive 4. So you have negative 21. What can you multiply with what to get negative 21? So you have negative 3 and what? And 7 will give you negative 21. And at the same time, negative 3 plus 7 will give you what? Positive 4. So therefore, these are the factors we want. Now put down 2 brackets. Then you have equal to sign equal to 0 as you have it in the first step. Okay. Now, since you have y squared in this expression, what you do is that share the y over the bracket, then bring up all the factors and share them over the bracket. So you have this and this to be equal to 0. So if you distribute this bracket over this, you will get back this. As simple as that. Now look at this expression. Look at these 2 brackets. If you look at it very well, you see that easily if you put y equals to 3 into this bracket, y equals to 3 here, it does means that you have 3 minus 3. That will give you 0. So 0 multiplied by whatsoever you have here will be 0. So you have 0 equal to 0. Therefore, y equal to 3. 3 is one of the values that can make this expression undefined. Now let's go further and look at y equals to, put y equals to negative 7. If you put y equals to negative 7 into this bracket, what will happen is that this particular bracket will turn to 0 because negative 7 plus 7, that will give you 0, and 0 multiplied by whatever you have there, that's 0, and you have 0 equal to 0. Therefore, you have the values of y, the values of y are 3, negative 7. Okay, that's the final answer. You have 3, negative 7 to be the value of y that we are looking for. Of course, the value of y that can make this expression undefined. Now let's go to question number 2. Let's take question number 2. So in question number 2, we have to simplify 3 raised to power n minus 1 multiplied by 27 raised to power n plus 1 all over 81 raised to power n. This is a question coined out from law of indices. Okay, so you got to get used to your laws of indices very well so that you make use of them when necessary. Let's look at how we can re-express this. We can re-express this, all this to be in powers of 3, so that you have 3 raised to power n minus 1 multiplied by 27 can be re-expressed to be what? 3 raised to power 3. Okay, and the n plus 1 that you already have there, just put them in brackets, n plus 1. Okay, then 81 can be re-expressed as 3 raised to power 4. Then the n you have there, originally have there, you have put it into bracket, not cause confusion. Okay, so that This is equals to 3 raised to power n minus 1. Of course, multiply by 3 raised to power 3n plus 3 by opening this bracket now. So then we have this as denominator, bringing it up here, bringing it up here. So you have the sign of the index will change. It will change from positive to negative. You have 3 raised to power minus 4n by opening the bracket as well. So having done that, you have to apply the first law of indices that has to do with when you have common basis. You have to pick one and add up the indices. Okay, indices of r. So let's add up, let's pick the single 3 and add up the whole indices. So we have m minus 1, so then plus 3n plus 3, okay, then minus 4n. So let's look at how we can uh collect the like things. Then you have n plus 3n, that's 4n. Okay, now 4n minus 4n, that will be 0. Okay, you have negative 1 plus 3, that's 2. So you have 3 raised to power 2, and that gives you straight away 9. Okay, let's look at question number 3. Let's look at question number 3. In question number 3, we are given an equation of which you have numbers there that are in a base that is unknown. We have to find the base. Okay, we have to find the base in which those numbers are written. So let's put the number down. Let's put the whole equation down. So you have 2, 3 in base s plus 101 in base x equal to 130 in base x, and we have to find x. Okay, now you got to put the positions of all the digits, put them on it. So you have 3 in position of 0, you have 2 in position of 1, you have 1 in position of 0, you have 0 in position of 1, 1 in position of 2, you have this in position of 0, you have this in position of 1, 2. Okay, so that you can go by the way of multiplication. 2 times x raised to power the position, which is 1, okay, plus 3 times x raised to power 0, then plus 1 times x raised to power 2, plus 0 times x raised to power 1, plus 1 times x raised to power 0. Okay, this is equal to 1 times x raised to power 2 plus 3 times x raised to power 1 plus 0 times x raised to power 0. Okay, now let's look at how to sort it out. Now you have this to imply that 2 times x raised to power 1 will be 2x plus x raised to power 0 will be 1, because any number raised to power 0 will be 1, and 1 times 3, that's 3, then plus x squared times 1, that is x squared. Okay, plus 0 times x raised to power 1, that will be 0, and x raised to power 0 will be 1. 1 times 1, that will be what? 1. Okay, equal to 1 times x squared, that will be what? X squared. And 3 times x raised to power 1, that will be what? 3x. 0 times x raised to power 0, which is 1, 2 times 0 will be 0. So we are done with that. The x squared in this side, we cancel the x squared in this side. And also, you have 2x here and you have 2x here. Take 2x here, you have 3 in this side. Okay, 3 plus 1, that will give you 4, equal to, when 2x move from this side to this side, it turns to negative 2s, and negative 2s plus 3s, that will give you x. So therefore, it implies that x is equal to 4. So these numbers in these equations are written in base 4, right? Now let's look at question number 4. Let's look at question number 4. We are told that in question number 4, we are told that the distance d through which a stone falls from rest varies directly as the square of the time t. Stop here and interpret what it's being read down here. Let's stop and interpret it. Okay, the distance d. The distance is represented by d, and it varies directly. Okay, the distance d which a stone falls from rest varies directly. So direct variation. Okay, as the square of the time t. So the square of the time t. Time is represented by t, and you have d varying directly at the square of t. That's the interpretation. Simple. Now we are asked that if the stone falls 45 centimeters in 3 seconds, so it takes the stone to fall. It takes the stone time t equal to 3 to fall distance D equal to 45 centimeter. Okay, we are being asked to find what will be the distance D in if the stone fall in 6 seconds. Okay, that's the question, that's the interpretation. You have, once you are able to interpret it this way, the rest is very simple. So what do? To remove the proportional sign, you introduce proportional constant k. So therefore you have D equal to k t squared. Okay, that's how you can change the proportional sign to equal to sign by introductions of proportional constant k. Now we are given this, so let's insert it. We are told that it takes 3 seconds for the stone to fall 45 centimeters. So you have 45 centimeters, or just put down 45, leaving the units now. 45 is equal to k, t will now be 3, so 3 squared. So you have 45 be equal to 9k. Therefore, k is equal to 5. Just go straight and divide both sides by 9. So you have 45 divided by 9. 9 you cancel 9 here, 45 divided by 9 you have 5. Okay? So no time to check that. Now, the next thing to do, which is the final thing, is that you bring down this expression. This expression is very important. You bring it down. D equal to K is the major relation. However, we have determined K to be equal to what? 5. So therefore, D equal to 5 T squared. Okay? Now, insert this guy into this guy. Then you find D. So therefore, it implies that D is equal to 5. Then T has been given to us to be 6 seconds. So T, that will be 6 squared. So D equal to 5 times 36. And that will give you 180 centimeter. Don't forget to put. So we have to find how far will it fall. How far indicates distance. How far will it fall? Indicate distance. So distance D is equal to what? 180 centimeter. Just means that it will fall 180 centimeter in 6 seconds. If it falls 45 centimeter in 3 seconds, it will fall 180 centimeter in 6 seconds. Okay, that's the meaning. That's the meaning. Okay, let's proceed to question number 5. In question number 5, we are asked to simplify this. Of course, this is an expression too. We have to simplify it. How do we simplify this? Let's state it down. So let's go by the way of solving it, in explaining it. Okay, solution 5. You have 10 square root of 3 all over root 5 minus root 15. Everything close brackets. Let's do our 2. Okay. What you do to this is just put the conjugates. Put the conjugate. In other words, you know that square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5 will give you 5. Because this itself is an irrational number. This is a way of rationalize this irrational number. Okay? And now you also know that square root of 5 all over square root of 5 is equal to 1. And 1 is there, not written. That's what we mean by conjugate. I'm trying to explain what we mean by putting conjugates in order to rationalize a rational number. So therefore, I'm putting this over this now to achieve this as denominator. So I will have 10 square root of 3 all over square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5 all over square root of 5. Okay? Then the square root of 15 you already have there. Close brackets. So let's sort this out now. You have 10 root 3 multiplied by 5. That will give you 10 root 15. Okay? Then you have root 5 multiplied by root 5. That will give you 5. Now root 5 is the same thing as, I'm trying to use every opportunity to explain this so that you can understand it. That you don't need to cram anything, because it is not certain that this is the same question that they will bring. They will bring it in another way, but you just follow the same method, follow the same procedure in solving it. Okay? Now Now root 5 multiplied by root 5 is that same thing as, because root of x means x raised to power half. This is the same thing as 5 raised to power half multiplied by 5 raised to power half. And you know that once you have bases that are common, in law of indices, we are told that once you have bases that are common, just take one out of the bases and add up the what? The indices. So you have x, half plus half. Of course, that will give you 1. So you have 5 raised to power 1, which will be 5. So that's how we get this. 5, root 5 times root 5 will give you 5. Okay? And that is a standard, is a rule, is a law. It's applicable anywhere, anytime. Then you have root 50, close brackets. Okay? The next thing you do is to find it. Of course, this root 15 has the same thing as root 15 over 1. You know that. So find the LCM of this and this. So the LCM will be 5, of course. And you have everything together. You have 5 with 5, 1. 1 times 10 root 15. That will give you 10 root 15. Okay? So 1 in 5, that's 5. 5 times this, that will be negative 5 root 15. So don't forget this square. Please don't forget the power. Okay? Still there. So factor this out. Since root 15 is common to this term and this term, so therefore you have 10 minus 5, close brackets, root 15. Everything all over 5. Don't forget. CR squared. Okay? Now, this will be equal to 10 minus 5, that will be 5. 5 in 5, that is 1. Then you have root 15, open bracket, close bracket, square. And that will give you 15, which is the final answer. So let's look at the next question. In the next question, we are asked to simplify this expression. Let's simplify this expression. That's question number 6. We have to simplify 3 all over 4 minus 2 all over 3. Close brackets, multiply by 1 whole number, 1 over 5. Okay? By the order of God of mass. Okay? By the order of God mass. So what you do is that you take care of bracket first. Let's take care of this bracket first. And what are those things that are in bracket? What you can do to those things in bracket is that you find the LCM of those things, and the LCM of 4 and 3. So the LCM of 4 and 3 is what? 12. That's the lowest common multiple of 4 and 3. And you ask yourself, 4 into 12, that's 3. 3 times 3, that will give you 9. 3 in 4, that's what? Sorry, 3 in 12, that's 4. 4 times 2, that will be 8. So multiply by, then change this from mixed fraction to what? It will turn to improper fraction. Of course, you have 5 times 1, that's 5 plus 1, that's 6. Now 6 all over 5. And this will be equal to 9 minus 8, that will be 1. You have 1 all over 12. Multiply by 6 all over 5. 6 here 1, 6 here 2. Therefore, you have this will be equal to 1 times 1, that would be 1. 2 times 5, that is what? 10. So that's the final answer. This is actually a bonus mark 2. The homework. Let's look at question number 7. In question number 7, we are told that the root of a quadratic equation are 4 over 3 and negative 3 over 7. We have to find the equation. So let's take the root down. That means if the quadratic equation is written in x, it just means that for the roots of the quadratic equation to be this and this, it just means that x will be equal to this. That's 4 over 3. Or x equal to the second part of the root, which is negative 3 over 7. Okay? Now, let's cross multiply so that we deal with the fraction. If you cross multiply, this will give you 3x. Okay? 3x is equal to 4. While this will give you 7x equal to negative 3. And let's equate the whole thing to 0. So bring the value to this side. So you have 3x minus 4 equal to 0, or 7x plus 3 equal to 0. Look at it very well. I've not changed anything other than bringing this value to this side, this value to this side. Okay? Now, for this to be equal to 0 and this to be equal to 0, it does mean that their products also must be equal to 0. So you put them together and equal to 0. It does mean that this times this is equal to 0. Or if any of this equal to 0, then the product of this and this must be equal to what? 0. That's the idea behind it. That's the concept behind quadratic solutions of quadratic equation by factorization. So the next thing you do is to distribute this over this. So let's 3x be distributed over 7x plus 3, and also minus 4 be distributed over 7x plus 3, everything equal to 0. Then clear the bracket. 3x times 7x, that's 21x squared. 3x times 3, that's 9x. Then 4 minus 4 times 7x, that will give you what? That's 28x. Then minus 4 times 3, that will give you minus 12, everything equal to 0. Now you have 9x minus 28x. Straight away, that will give you what? That will give you, sorry, negative 19x. So the 21x squared you have there, just put it. Okay? Now, then you have 12x minus 12x equal to 0. And surely, this is the quadratic equation whose roots are 4 over 3 and minus 3 over 7. So we are done with question number 6. Sorry, we are done with question number 7. Question number 7. Okay? Let's look at question number 8. Question number 8, we are asked to make S the subject formula in this relation. And let's put down the relation. The relation is given as P equal to S plus SM squared all over NR. Okay? And we have to make S the subject of formula. Don't forget, S is in this time 10, S is also in this 10. All what you need to do is to look for a way of bringing this 10 and this 10 together. So you are able to bring those 10 together, straight away you will get your answer. You are on your way to getting your answer rather. Okay? So, and the first thing you do is to look at the way of cross multiplying this whole equation. If you cross multiply, it just means that they okay. Sorry, you don't cross multiply first. What you do is to find the LCM of this. This as x over 1. Okay? So you have x over 1 plus this over this. So therefore, this multiplied by 1 is the LCM, that is the lowest common multiple. So you have 1 multiplied by NR. So 1 in NR, that would be NR. NR times x, that is SNR. NR in NR, that's 1. 1 times this, that would be what? SM squared. Now you can cross multiply. Okay? If you cross multiply, you have your SNR plus SM squared equal to PNR. And since you have S to be common in these two things, just factors out S so that you have X open bracket NR plus M squared close bracket equals to PNR. Okay? And at this level, just divide both side by what you don't want in this side. What are those things you don't want in this side? This part of this expression is what you don't want. Because we are making S the subject of the relation. So divide both side by NR plus M squared. So NR plus M squared. So NR plus M squared, we cancel NR plus M squared so that you have this to imply that S is equals to P NR all over NR plus M squared. And surely, that's the final answer to question number 8. Let's go to question number 9 without taking much of our time. Go to question number 9. Question number 9. We have to simplify this expression. We have to simplify 2 all over 1 minus x minus 1 all over x. And what does this mean? Okay, just find the LCM of the denominator part of this expression. So, and the LCM is this multiplied by this. So you have 1 minus x multiplied by x, okay, and 1 minus x in 1 minus x multiplied by x. This we cancel out, we are left with s times 2, that's 2x, okay. X in this, x we cancel this, we are left with 1 minus x. 1 minus x times 1, that's 1 minus x. So please put it in bracket to avoid confusion, okay. 1 minus x, which can be re-expressed as, by virtue of opening the bracket, you have 2x minus times plus 1, that's minus 1. Minus times minus x, that will be what? That will be plus x all over x. Okay, this can be written as s into bracket 1 minus s close bracket. And of course, you know that this can be added to this. You have 2x plus x, that's 3x minus 1 all over x 1 minus x. And surely is the final answer to this question. Of course, this is very simple. It's also a bonus to the question of that very particular year. Okay, such questions, I urge you, once you come across, don't waste time on it and be careful enough to see to it that you get your answer right. Okay, let's look at the last question, which is question number 10. Question number 10. Let's look at question number 10. In question number 10, we are told that given that 2x plus y equal to 7 and 3x minus 2y equal to 3, by how much is 7x greater than 10? My dear friend, what you do to this kind of question is that you are seeing two sets of equations. So solve these two sets of equations as simultaneous, solve them simultaneously. Now that will treat them as simultaneous equations, okay? And once you are able to do that, and be careful enough to achieve 7x, be careful enough to achieve 7x. So by virtue of solution, you will know what I mean by being careful enough to achieve 7x. So let's take the set of equations, and you have 2x plus y equal to 7. Call it equation 1. Then the second question is stated as 3x minus 2y equal to what? Equal to 10. Call this equation 2. How do we solve this simultaneously now? Multiply by virtue of elimination. Yes, I will also advise you to go by way of elimination, because we are looking for this expression, the expression that have x. So go straight and eliminate y. And how do you eliminate y in these two equations? You can eliminate y in these two equations by making the coefficient of y here to be equal to the coefficient of y. How do you achieve that? Multiply this equation by the coefficient of y, which is 1. So the whole equation here multiply by 1. Then this equation, this first equation, multiplied by the coefficient of the second, y in the second equation. That's everything here multiplied by -2. And if you do that, this will imply that the first equation will turn to -2 times 2x. That will be minus 4x. Then you have this first, y times negative, that will be minus 2y. Then minus 2 times 7, that will be minus 14. Okay, that will be minus 14. Okay, now go to the second equation. Second equation, you are just multiplying by 1, and any number multiply, any expression multiplied by 1, that will give you the expression that we have 3x minus 2y equal to 3. So you can call this equation, not waste your time, but I'm calling this equation 3. I'm also calling this equation 4. No need to waste the time over it. Now what do you do now? I said before that, or earlier on, that you should be careful enough to go by the way of achieving 7x at the end of the solution. Okay. Now, if you subtract this equation from this equation, it just means that you'll be having minus 4x minus 3x. That will actually give you minus 7x. You are getting something close to 7x. Okay. Now, so subtract this from this. You subtract this from this, you have minus 4x minus 3x. That will give you negative 7x. And you have this minus 2y minus 2y. Minus become minus times minus will be plus. So you have minus 2y plus 2y, that will be 0. Equals to minus 14 minus 3. That will give you minus 17. Okay? That will give you minus 17. So the next thing now is just bring this down. You have minus 7x equal to minus 17. Divide both sides by minus 1 to remove minus sign. Okay? Divide both sides by minus 1. You have minus cancel minus. Therefore, you have 7s to be equal to 3 minus cancel minus. You have 7s to be equal to 17. Okay? So now if 7x is equal to 17, we are not yet arrived. Please take note. If 7x is equal to 17, and we ask that by how much is 7x greater than 10? Okay? 7x is 17. Now, by just ask yourself, by how much this is equal to 17? Now, by how much 17 is greater than 10? By how much does it greater than? Answer is this question is a little bit technical. You need to be very careful. We are not asked to find the value of 7x. We are asked to find how much does the value of 7x greater than 10, and it's greater than 10 by what? 7. Since the value of 7x is equal to 17. Taking time now to explain this to you, for you to be careful now as to pick the correct option. So, and this ends this particular video. Alright, thank you so much for watching me till the end of this video. What I will urge you to do is to go to my YouTube page. You will see a lot of videos that I have uploaded on WAEC 2023 mathematics paper. A lot of videos. In fact, nothing less than 28 videos have been uploaded so far on WAEC 2023 mathematics paper. Go through all those videos, watch them carefully, and take your time to practice those things I put in place there. Practice them. I encourage you to practice them because they are tutorial questions as regarding WAEC 2023. You can't go through all these questions and at the end of the day you will see that you've come across any question in WAEC 2023 mathematics paper that you are not familiar with. I'm not giving you exam expo. No, I'm not giving you 2023 mathematics paper exactly, but I'm giving you assurance that if you go through my video, watch them from beginning to the end and practice those things, you will be able to find those questions you will come across in exam very easy for you to answer. Yes, I said that because the more you are used or you practice tutorial questions or past questions as regarding the particular examination, the more you get conversant with the structure that the examiner's questions normally take. The question might not be the same yearly, but they keep on repeating questions but changing the form, changing some things in the questions. You getting yourself used to those past questions is as you getting yourself conversant with the upcoming questions. I urge you to do that. Share this video with those people that you know they are preparing for WAEC as well. Share with them and also hit the notification bell so that whenever that is provided you have subscribed to my channel. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload any new video on this same aspect, that is WAEC likely questions, you will be among the first set of people to have it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.